talk. I'm not sure. I might have to turn on my phone to actually see the comments because on StreamYard, when I'm a guest, I can't see the comments. Turn on my phone to actually see the comments. Turn my phone down.
I don't think I can either. I gotta turn mine down.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Whoever's in here, I'm not sure who's all in here. It says 3 people.
Hey, guys.
I'm thinking maybe one is me and one is my mom, but there's another one.
Probably me. It is Swarmstead, the bee-man. It's the beekeeper, and Lila and Evelyn.
Oh, mine's a little behind. I'm not seeing it. Oh, hi, Lila. Hi, Swarmstead, Bees and Gardening, and hi, Evelyn. How are y'all doing today?
I wonder what kind of Christmas dish Swarmstead is cooking up with his bees for Christmas.
Is he doing your Christmas dish thing?
No, I just give him a hard time.
Oh, okay.
Ate that bee stuff a while back and grossed me out.
Girl, I've got to come up with something. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know either. I don't know. I may smoke some chicken. He said probably his extra turkey, bees on the side.
Bees on the side.
Added crunch.
Ew.
Oh my goodness. So did you get your tree yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna try to go tomorrow. Yesterday when I got home, I was trying to do my video, so that I do have my video coming out after this live. So I do have it ready. But that was my chore yesterday. So I plan on going tomorrow to get my tree and some decorations. I guess I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot find my ornaments. I had ornaments at one time, but I don't know what I did with them. They are gone.
Well,
they're missing. MIA.
It's always time to buy new then. There's an excuse.
True. Yeah. So a friend of mine that's at the RV park where we stay, she got her tree at Lowe's, and it's not like a normal size, a big one, it's more narrow, and it was only like $50. And since I don't have much room where I'm putting our tree, I'm gonna try to find that tree because it's easy to carry. It wouldn't be too much to put together, and I won't have to buy a ton of decorations.
Somebody said the other day, I can't remember who was telling me that Lowe's has already started their, I guess, after Christmas sale. They're already marking stuff down.
Well, I hope they still have trees.
Yeah.
Because I know, they
cheaper one.
They change seasons pretty quick, in the stores.
That's funny. Lila's been wrapping gifts and mailing gifts. She wants to know how in the world do you wrap and send a fishing pole?
That's a good question. That would be a long box if you could find a long box the size of a fishing pole.
Can you? Some of them will unscrew.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Somebody could save one of them poles if they got from when they put a flag up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All your boxes like that.
Yeah, I seem to not have the right size box when I need to wrap something big. And I've done that before. Years ago, I had ordered a autographed poster for Roger. It was his favorite country music singer that passed away now. And I wanted an autographed poster before they sold out and there wouldn't be any more. So I had to buy a huge frame because it's a pretty big poster. So I bought a huge frame, and I was trying to find a box way bigger than the frame so that way he wouldn't guess what it was because he was really wanting to know. He was like a kid trying to figure it out. So I had to put boxes together, tape boxes together to make it a huge box. That way he never knew what it was.
I've done that before. I took a huge cut box or something. I can't remember if it was a cut box or something else, but just for gag gifts, I just stuck random food items or random drinks under the tree, and I put like this 12-pack of Coke way down inside this big box. I just wrapped it with my leftover wrapping paper. Hello, Virginia.
Hi, Miss Virginia. Well, before I would leave home and I had that gift underneath the tree, I'd put like a piece of string on it just so when I got home I knew if he moved it. And mess with it because he was wanting to know so bad what it was, and I wanted it to be a surprise.
Guys are nosy. They are.
So I try to trick him, make sure I'd know if he messed with it.
Mine is that way too. I'll come in and he'll already be in his stocking stuffer stuff, and I'm like, "Why'd you stay out of that?" You know.
That's funny.
But anyway, I found a really cute video since this is Christmas time about the elf on
Oh,
the shelf. I guess Pippin's his name. So,
oh, Tom and Rhonda.
Hi everybody, I'm Pippin. Pippin, the magic elf. Do you know when I was born? I was born in 2005. And Santa hired me to go to people's homes and sit in the hidden place and watch all the good and bad things that they did that day. And then at night when they go to sleep, I fly back to the North Pole and I tell Santa all the good and all the bad things that people do. And then I rush back to their house before they wake up and I hide in a different place every time. I got bored. That's the truth of the matter. Because people, for the most part, are pretty good. So I started coming up with little things to do around the house that I guess you could say a little mischievous. But it's a lot of fun and it's all in fun. What am I going to be doing for you next? Let's wait and see. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm doing this all the way from Thanksgiving to Christmas Day. It's going to be a blast. See you soon. And remember, don't touch me. If you touch me, I lose all my magic. And I won't be able to go to Santa and report to Santa all the good and the bad things that have happened. And then I won't be alive anymore. So don't touch me.
I thought that was so cute.
He is so good with that stuff. He really is. Both
Yeah.
of them are.
Yeah,
They're really good.
I
I can't wait for the next one. I've been waiting, for the next one to come out.
can keep up with it over at Tom and Rhonda's, or at home with Tom and Rhonda. I always forget that part. But I thought it was super cute.
Well,
Don't be touching the elf, Shannon.
What's that?
But don't be touching the elf this year, okay?
I don't even have an elf. I need a human. I need a human elf that will clean house and do all that. I do.
Oh my goodness.
Or that will drive me back and forth to Roger. That way I don't have to drive.
Uber driver.
Your personal chauffeur.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, our special guest is going to be here in about 5 minutes, supposed to be. So, I think we're going to kick it off by playing one of her videos. She writes songs, and the song is about the veterans. So, here we go. If I can figure this out.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Mountain Grandma here. My name is Tammy, my husband's Larry, and we've had plenty of people in our families that have fought in wars overseas, and we have a respect and love for all of our veterans, and I really felt pushed like I should write a song for them, and so that's what I've tried to do. It's weird for me too because I'm usually just writing songs for me. But when I think of our veterans, I think of our freedoms, and we can't lose either one. So this song speaks to both of those. And I really hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. He was born many years ago, like many others, but those born ago. He rose to all of us today, and we salute you, veterans of the USA. So now listen, you guards and soldiers, sons, and remember what our vets have done for our freedom here in the USA. Should we stand strong or give it all away? And we cry, what's the road ahead? Is our liberty now dead? Seems our freedom's passing away. When we watch what we say, and we act like it's okay to lose our freedoms, our country's so much more. Veteran sons and daughters, it's worth standing for. We've got a right to praise our God, to speak our minds, to meet with those we love. We've got a right to keep and to bear arms. Let's help us remember how to stand strong as we cry, what's the road ahead? Is our liberty now dead? Seems our freedoms, they're passing away. When we watch what we say, and we act like it's okay to lose our freedoms, our country's so much more. Veteran sons and daughters, is it worth standing for? So as for this, daughter and soldier son, we remember what you've lost and what you've done for our freedoms here in the USA. We salute you, veterans of the USA. Yes, we salute you, veterans of the USA. Yes, we remember veterans of the USA. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Mountain Grandma. I'm going to
Hi, Tammy.
drop the link in the chat, and you can. Never mind, there you are. Hey, drop the link in the chat and go repeat
Well,
who you are.
let me mute my other thing. There we go. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't hear any echoes, do you?
Nope.
No echo.
I'm so sorry about the lighting. We've got our Christmas tree up in front of the window, so it's shading half of my face.
That's okay. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you all so much for sharing my song. I appreciate that.
No problem. It's a really good song. You did so good on that song.
Oh, thank you.
And you can feel the passion that you have for our country and our freedoms. You make it come to life.
It makes me quite emotional what's going on right now, to tell you the truth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like our veterans are so important to us, and they're very symbolic, for our freedom. And I don't think they've gotten the respect from the administration that they deserve, and just wanted to remind them that that's not what they really signed up for anyways. They signed up for all of us, and we love them.
Right.
If I talk too much, then I'll get all boo-hoo-y. I really lost
So, it's,
No.
freedom in America, it means something.
Mhm. It's
something
being
to
tested. We're all being tested. So we just have to, stand strong and not be afraid to stand up and stand strong for what we believe in and feel is right for ourselves. And I think that we all need to remember, if we cave for ourselves, we're not just caving for ourselves. We're caving for everybody else that feels the same way we do.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, we should all be allowed to choose whatever we want to choose. And yeah, that's my thought on it. So we're standing strong in Arizona.
Yes. So what's going on at your place? You got big plans for Christmas?
We've hopefully, I think we're about done with all the Christmas shopping. I still need to mail out some Christmas cards. We're going to participate. My husband and I both are going to join Lori's World's collaboration with the Christmas song. So we've been working on one, and hopefully we'll have that video up by this weekend.
Awesome.
It's going to be so fun. Yeah.
Hello, Benz.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shannon. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
I can hear you.
Collaborations are so fun.
Aren't they?
They really are.
They challenge you. You know what I mean? To really, whether it's something that you do all the time or something new, they do challenge you to push yourself a little bit, which is kind of how we felt with the Christmas songs. I'm going to put y'all on my phone so I can keep an eye on the chat too. My husband and I, we have played music together, of course, almost my whole life, because I met him when I was 19, and I met him because I was auditioning for his band.
Oh, wow.
I was armed and dangerous with a fake ID. I didn't drink though, but that's how we met. So we've always played music together, but we didn't necessarily play Christmas songs. So we've actually learned a couple just for the fun of it, or are learning a couple. But
speaking of your husband, we are going to roll over. I love his guitar playing. I'm sorry, y'all.
I do too. He is so good. Both of you are really good.
Yes, y'all both are awesome.
He's awesome.
We are
He's the true awesome sauce.
We're fixing to catch a little bit of it right here.
Enjoy unlimited DVR
Past
storage.
the ads.
And never worry about it.
Gotcha.
You can make a guitar come to life.
Mm-hmm.
Make it talk.
He's awesome.
He's good. Which music is my thing anyway. Not singing, Shannon.
Come on, you gotta sing for. Come on, sing for us now.
Negative. I'm
I
gonna
only
call you
sing in
out
my-
on that thing of Lisa's. You were so getting called out on that.
I'm in trouble now, huh?
Which I've played the drums for about 30 years.
Did you?
Almost. And
Oh, that's
plays
awesome.
the piano. All three of my kids can play the drums. My son plays
Awesome.
the bass
Uh-huh.
and the electric guitar. So we kind of
Yeah.
like music.
That's what we've been wishing, because I play a little bit of mandolin.
Uh-huh.
I'm not like, really good at it, but I can play a little bit of mandolin. My husband, of course, plays an amazing guitar. He can play a little bit of mandolin too.
Wow.
He's better at it than I am. But he's so good at the guitar that I'll be, the one that picks up the mandolins, kind of how that works. But
You guys need to do more videos together because both of y'all are awesome on the guitar.
we do. And he's the really good. I actually told him, I said, yeah, I said, oh, they love my song. I said, they don't know, like, you're the really good one. He sings too, because that's the thing. He hasn't sang yet. And the song we're going to do for Lori's collaboration is that Mary, Did You Know?
Oh, that's an awesome song.
And it's going to be me singing. And I was trying to get him to sing part of it with me, but it's going to be me singing it. But he's a good singer too. When he played music, he did a lot of George Strait and just all of it was top 40s country for the time,
Yeah.
So think of what was being played on the radio, 20 years ago ish.
Oh,
Shannon would know
Maybe more
that.
than 20.
that's,
Let's go 30, actually.
Shannon is the song buff.
that's the best time for music right there.
Wasn't it fun? It was a lot of fun back then.
I'm sorry, Lila.
He's been playing music since he was like, gosh, maybe 6,
Wow.
7. He's been playing guitar. I grew up in a bluegrass family, so I was singing when I was little with the family, but I didn't start playing guitar until I was like 18 years old. So
Wow.
not as many years behind that guitar. Even if I did, I don't think I'd be as good as him. Some people are just called to do things.
They are, and I took my daughter on a surprise trip. We wound up in Sunnyvale, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Friday night, and she loves. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar, which they're Southern Gospel, the Collingsworth family,
Mm-hmm.
and the woman can absolutely tear a piano up.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that is her. That's just one of her favorites,
Mm-hmm.
So she wrote a book, and her story is she was 3 years old, and her dad or grandpa or something had preached a sermon on asking God for a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so she asked for the gift, I guess, to be able to play the piano.
Oh, wow.
And she never had lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister was practicing for her recital.
Mm-hmm.
And she went over there and just started playing her recital piece.
Oh, my goodness.
By the age of 7, she was the church pianist.
Oh, wow.
And she is an outstanding piano player.
That is awesome.
But so she really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Music is good for the soul. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people that have a gift of music, that's why we have it. It's not to, be famous or make money or anything like that. It's really to be peaceful and just good for our souls. That's what I believe, because there are so many great musicians out there, that are at home in their living room,
We'd be laying in here in bed at night,
Amazing.
1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll hear that piano going on. I'm texting, turn it down, shut your door.
Aw, so true.
I don't even turn on the TV. All I do is listen to music or watch YouTube videos. But I don't watch the news or anything, just music.
Oh, yeah.
I
We
didn't know
don't
you
watch
played the
much.
drums, Evelyn.
It's watching the news is a big downer.
It
It
is.
really is.
It is. It will
But
put a damper on
sometimes
things.
it's nice to hear what's going on too. I didn't realize what was going on with the whole tornado until like midday the day after, with that horrible tornado that was out you all's way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it hit Jonesboro, where it hit that nursing home, is around 4 hours from us. I mean, mostly all it got here was maybe a little rain and thunder and a little wind, but it didn't get too bad here.
That's good.
But
You guys are seeing my face go in the shade and out of the shade. I've tried to. My husband's even trying to adjust the light, but honestly, we have another storm rolling in, and I
oh
think
wow,
it's going to head you all's way, I believe. But we're supposed to get up to 6 inches of snow tonight,
Oh my
and
goodness.
it's going to be an average of 65-mile-an-hour winds. We get really bad winds.
all the white stuff down there.
Yes.
I hope my garlic does okay. I've got garlic out there and a bunch of starts inside, which I'm being like a helicopter mom with my baby plants. They've been going out and then in, out and then in. And they're not going to have to fare this. I don't know if I'm ever going to put them. I think I just need to get a grow light. Have you guys done that?
I've never have. I'm not sure what that is.
You can get a grow light and put it up, and it's supposed to give the UV light the sun gives, so that your plants will grow inside.
That's neat.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to need to do that. And we have a small little house, but I think I'm going to have to make room in a corner, or maybe the front bathtub, since nobody uses that bathroom.
Right.
Some kind of something.
I have threatened to get a pig and threatened to grow a garden, and about sent my family into shock. They're like, "We are not getting a pig," and my husband says, "We are not growing a garden."
I'm trying to. So we're living in northern Arizona. When we lived, we call it the Valley, which we lived outside of Phoenix. And when we first, it was in a town called Levine. And when we first moved there, it was all dairy farms. And, we had some nice acreage, and there's some hills over there. So you're not, right near town. I mean, we did have to drive like 20 minutes to go to a grocery store, stuff like that. But we didn't mind at all. We loved it. Best dirt ever over there. I could grow anything. We had horses and goats and chickens and ducks and turkeys, and the kids loved it when they were growing up. And we moved up here. Well, before we moved up here, they were putting in a freeway, and I was like, get me out. We need to move. And I knew it was going to up the value of the property, but honestly, I didn't care. It was getting crazy. We had a grocery store, a Home Depot. They put one of those in the town, and they started putting up all the tract homes, and our community just wasn't the same anymore. And we moved up here after our kids did, and I don't have that same dirt. I have rocks, and it's cinder is what it is, because these mountains over here used to be volcanoes. So it's a lot of cinder rock, real red clay-like rock and hard grounds. So it's pretty challenging. I've done above ground gardening so far, and I don't know. I bought some stuff to see if it could live in the soil the way that it is. We have mullein out here like crazy, and that's a great medicinal plant. So that's fun. Yarrow in the mountains, but gardening itself is up here is like a new experience. I feel like I'm learning. Well, I guess in gardening, you're always learning, but I feel like I'm learning what I already knew all over again too, just how to do it here,
Well, going through you guys' page, your channel, y'all have so much beautiful stuff and beautiful places.
We do have beautiful places.
I come across the video where the eagle caught trout. It has the ads here.
What if you could remove?
We've got several little lakes by us, and this is one of our favorite lakes, Kaibab. You get to see my grandson in this one.
Oh, he is so cute.
Isn't he adorable? Well, he lost his daddy this year, and
Aw.
it's been a tough year on him. You know, he's like the smartest little 5-year-old. It's crazy how smart he is. But his dad had a chronic liver disease that he was diagnosed with when he was in high school, and it just took him. It took him this year. So
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, he's had a hard time with that, but
He's a little cutie though.
he is. His mom was putting him in.
Aw,
There he is, little Colt.
he is so cute.
Stop putting some fish today.
Say later.
Later.
Fish up there.
His mom was telling him he needed to go. She's got him, talking to somebody. And he said, I don't need to see anybody. I know my dad's in heaven.
Aw.
So he's just as sweet as he could be. And he knew he'd been sick. So for a 5-year-old, it's just really, he's worried about other people.
Aw.
At his dad's gravesite, he actually had he worries about the grave sites around his dad's because he has all the flowers. So he has people that are going to visit. He tells them, you need to put flowers. He knows their names. It's the greatest thing ever. You need to put flowers on William so-and-so.
Oh, that's sweet.
He's just something else. Just a very special kid.
I think it would be so awesome just to be able to look out and see eagles.
They're all over at this Kaibab Lake.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we see a lot of them.
That's terrific.
That is
Yeah,
so
we were down there fishing, and there was a guy that had caught a fish, down the lake from us. And there was I can't remember if it was I say we, and I wasn't paying attention. My husband was. I was crocheting, and and there was, I think it was a hawk or an eagle. I think it was a hawk. If my husband was right next to me, I'd ask him. A hawk that flew down and took his fish that he had just caught. Just took it from him. We have some great wildlife out here.
We have some hawks that hang out.
Was it an
around our
eagle?
place.
He's watching in the other room. He's poked his head out and said it was an eagle. Came down and took his fish from him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here. We've been wanting to move in you guys' direction. I'm from Oklahoma. My husband's family's from Texas. Yeah, I was born in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
And my brother lives in Kentucky. And we've been wanting to move that way, but we just don't want to go without the grandkids. And the kids, of course, they're, a package deal. It's those babies. My kids are, they're always going to love me and remember me. But the grandbabies, bonding time. I don't want to be a holiday grandma. I want to be like grandma who pops in and brings food and brings gifts and,
Right.
comes over when they're sick and that kind of stuff. That's the kind of grandma that I want to be. So,
Yeah.
and my daughter doesn't think God wants us to move. So,
In other words, she doesn't want to move.
She doesn't want to move.
yeah, they've got goats and chickens on their property, and my son-in-law's a sales manager over at Harley Davidson in Belmont, and he loves his job, and they have, they love the church up here, and they just don't want to move. And so I don't know. I feel like God does want us to move.
Well, I mean,
I'm not going without them.
Churches, we have Harley Davidson places down here. We have all kinds of critters.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them. But I feel like God knows we're not going to go without them. So if it's meant to happen, I think he'll put it on their hearts too. So we're just kind of waiting to see, but we do want to get more land. We only have a little over an acre here.
Hello, Laura.
It's the water though. That's one of the reasons that we would really like to move. We're kind of worried about the amount of water.
See, it just blows my mind. I'm used to thinking about California and you're in Arizona, right?
Yep, northern Arizona.
All that, I'm thinking, that's all the hot states out there. And then you hear about, they're expecting the biggest snowstorm ever. And I'm like, what?
We get a lot of snow. We do. Like when we've had granted, I'm only 5'1". I'm a shorty. But we've had snow that goes above my knees. And if it doesn't have time to melt and another snowstorm comes in, and we're clearing off, the sidewalk out back. We can end up, because we kind of have like two sidewalks, one that goes to the fence and one that goes to the the garage. And so in the middle is where all the snow goes, right?
Yeah.
That snow pile can end up as tall as I am sometimes if
Wow.
we get a really bad series of storms. Otherwise, I would say it's wonderful to be up here because our snow melts. In the open areas, at least, it will melt. And, it doesn't just pile up out in the yard. We do have to dig a path for the dogs to go out. But it does melt. But we're getting a lot tonight. We'll probably do a video of it just to see how it is. This will be our first big one. We've had one. Our first snow was in October, but it was a little snow. This is going to be a big one for us.
We might get what, Shannon? Maybe 6 inches tops.
Maybe every
That's on a good year.
once every 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
If that.
Yeah, we've had up to a foot of snow in one snowfall, like one snowstorm over a day, have over a foot. But then sometimes, again, it depends. Are they coming back to back or how's it going? And sometimes they just roll through. So that's kind of nice.
It barely starts snowing here and people start freaking out.
That's what I was about to say. Everything shuts down here.
Yeah.
Grocery stores empty out. It just
Yeah.
shut down. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows
go
how
out
to
in ours.
I know it.
Mm-hmm. We'll go for a walk after the snow. I mean, it's not out of the not while it's snowing, because I don't want to be snowed on. Then it could be too cold and you got the wind and you don't want to set yourself up to get sick or something. But we'll go out and go walking in the snow. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I need to get us some snowshoes so we can, because when we do that, we usually go to Kaibab Lake or go to areas that we know how deep it is in certain areas. And we have a 4-wheel drive, but we still make sure we go somewhere we won't get stuck.
There you go. I want you to look. I was going through some shorts today, other channels, and look over here at Black's Tropical Homestead, what their Christmas season is looking like.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
They've got it going on.
By the pool.
Jack Frost nipping at
Pool in the backyard. Clearly no snow on the ground. That's awesome. We've had some of those down in the valley. We had some of those. We've had our time with that. It is nice.
Mainly, if it does anything here, a lot of times it's ice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And we had it. What year was that, Shannon? Did y'all get it too? Yeah, we were out without power for almost 2 weeks.
Oh, my word.
Last year? Last year?
It was several years ago. It was a huge snowstorm. Hello, Matt.
I think I remember, but we didn't lose power, I don't think. Or if we did, it wasn't for very long. But
We did. It was horrible. I know the ice probably had to be 3 or 4 inches thick here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my word.
And that's
That's
one
the
thing
worst part of it.
Me
It
walking
is.
It's
I
dangerous.
hate the ice. I hate the ice. I'm already clumsy. Like, I don't need
same
ice.
here.
Me and ice don't get along.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just
Yeah,
don't
it's
happen.
dangerous, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We with that snow that we're getting tonight, we might, with the winds, lose power. Probably our internet, because that usually happens. Like when we have bad, winds and storms, we'll usually lose internet, but we could lose power. But we have our fireplace. We fill up like extra jugs of water because we're on hauled water. So we get our water hauled in and it's on a pump. And, when the electricity goes out, well, then we don't have water either because the pump isn't working. So we do have like a backup solar generator for emergencies, and we have the buddy heaters, and
So you guys don't have wells?
we're at 7,000 feet.
Oh wow.
I heard that somebody who tried to do a well, that it was going to cost them like over $100,000 because
No,
they
that's
would
insane.
have to go down like beyond a mile.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what so we're really at this point where we're just like, geez, do we get more land here? We could get maybe some land over in this town called Seligman. And I heard they've got some wells over there because that's one of our worries, but they don't have, I don't think it's as pretty as where we live. So that would kind of be a bummer. Absolutely love it. Like over in the area that you guys are, we're thinking like if I had my choice and my kids would go, I would be considering like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, like right in that area. Everywhere the tornado visited here recently.
There you go. That's insane because I'm thinking about, man, our well I think is only 20 something foot deep. We have a very
Oh
shallow.
my gosh, really? But you know what? You guys might be at like 600 and something sea level or something
Yeah.
like that. Whereas we're at 7,000 feet.
Yeah, a long ways.
We're at like the highest spot in Arizona, other than say our mountain here, where everyone goes
I
skiing.
think the video. I didn't cue it up, but the video of him showing off of y'all's front porch. Y'all's
Yeah,
oh,
it's beautiful. We
Yeah,
do love it here.
it was.
It's really, gosh, it's a tough call, guys, because we love it here. We love the weather. We love the cold that we get. It's very dry up here. So it's more of like a really brisk kind of cold, chill your bones kind of cold in the winter. But when the sun is out, you're warm. Like it could be 40 degrees outside and you could just be wearing, my husband could be in a t-shirt. I would probably be in a 3/4 sleeve just because I do get a little colder. But you might not need a jacket because that sun gets so warm. I don't know because we're so high up, maybe. But we get great weather. We don't have a lot of bugs, because we have no water. So therefore, we don't have as many mosquitoes when we go outside.
Must be nice.
Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have those, but we don't have the water. That's why. We have
so we don't have to have the water.
So many places to go hiking. We can ride quads right off our property, and we're on government land, like 2 acres down. It's pretty awesome. And we just love all of that. We do want more land, and we could get it up here, but you guys, it's so expensive up here. Our house is in the valley that we sold 2.5 years ago is like it's up $200,000 more than what we sold it for. And I told my husband, yeah, but you know what? We would have traded if we would have stayed and waited. We would have traded the relationship with our grandbabies. So there's no price tag on that. I'm glad we still moved. But even our little bitty house here, we don't have a house that's all that. I wanted something small because I was sad that we were getting a place with no kids. And we looked at one place that had 10 acres and it was a bigger, like over 2,000 square foot home. And it made me sad. I almost embarrassed us by almost crying in front of the realtor because when I went in, my first thought was remembering when the kids were small, picking rooms and all of that. And I didn't want that big empty space with no kids. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So we opted for the small house. And our small house here, it's just crazy how much stuff is worth. I know properties going up in y'all's areas too, because we've been kind of shopping around there and I've watched the prices climb and my husband's saying, we missed it. We missed it. But it's still cheaper than here though.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's ranging between probably depending around 3 to 8, 9, 10,000 an acre here, roughly. Just 3,000.
Oh, okay.
An acre.
So I was going to say, holy smokes, you must live in the fancy part.
That's
I'm here in the sticks.
We're at like, if you want just like a bare acre with no septic, no fencing, no nada, you are right around 65, 75,000 here with nothing.
Oh
with
my
nothing.
goodness.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
My little house, you guys, we have like a little 1,400 square foot manufactured home on a little over an acre. Granted, we got our garage and a little she shed out there so that my crafts and hobbies don't take our household over. This house is over 300,000. It wasn't when we bought it. It just is now because the prices have gone up so much here. It's really crazy.
That's insane.
It is. So see, we could sell this and then go there and get,
Oh,
more
yeah.
land. I'd be happy living in one of those shed to homes or, a fifth wheel or whatever while we
You
got the
could get
property.
a nice home and acreage
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
for what yours would sell for.
Yeah.
Here in Arkansas. Now, I'm not sure about Kentucky and Texas and all that, but I know here you could.
Yeah. Kind of depends in each
In
state.
this area. Now, if you go up to northern Arkansas where you get around Fayetteville and Springdale and all that, you may be out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But down here in the country,
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty reasonable.
yeah, it's decently priced.
Yeah. That would be so awesome.
Yeah,
But
come on, join us.
so pray for us, you guys. Pray for us. Pray that God puts it on my kids' heart. I'm like, come on, Blue. You know you want to be a farmer. His name is Blue, my son-in-law, and he's like one of our kids because he and my daughter met when he was the boy next door, like legit the boy next door. And when my daughter was 11, she asked if she could have a boyfriend, and I said, "What does that mean?" And she says, "We sit together at lunch." And I said, "Okay, I think that sounds all right." And I took them to go drive and see Christmas lights when they were little. And of course, they broke up and would get back together and break up, we're talking like junior high and high school. And now they're 26 and 28 and they've got 2 babies.
Wow.
And so he's like family. Him and his mom both are like our family.
We'll just move the whole crew down. We've got a whole slew of us within probably
Yes.
a 4 to 5 hour radius.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of us down here.
Yes, I think it would be awesome. So pray that God puts it on their hearts.
We'll
If
pray
that's
you
what
down
he
here.
really wants us to do. That's what we've been praying is like, God, just guide us. Like, we'll do whatever you tell us to do. You name it, we will go. Just tell us where to go. Because I feel like I'm living on the fence. Do you know what I mean? We didn't get chickens this year because I don't want to have to move chickens. And
Right.
where my kids are like setting up camp over there, they've got chickens and they've got goats. And they got an acre and they're off grid up here. There's a lot of people that are able to live off grid up here on solar, and the water's already hauled. There is no city water up here where we are, but they're only 5 minutes away. So that's kind of nice.
Wow.
5 minutes by vehicle or quad. I've timed it both.
Wow.
You truly are a mountain grandma.
To me, I feel like the best thing in my life was being a mom and now a grandma. It's awesome. So,
Yeah.
and we've always lived in the mountains. When we were in the valley, where we were was in the mountains of the valley. Like we were over in the South Mountain and Estrella Mountains. That's what we had kind of around us. So you could go in our yard and we had the best dirt because of all of the dairy cows that had been out there, right? But you could go out. We had a pine tree in our yard even, which is a really crazy thought. We had irrigated land. And you could go out there in every direction you looked, there was mountains all around us. I can't imagine not having mountains. It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mountains are so beautiful. I mean, I've not been around them very much, but we were in Utah, and it was so gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved it. I love the fall.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I'll bet. And I say that because, here our fall is different. Pine trees stay green. You know what I mean?
That's the way it is here.
Yeah. So we have the oak trees that will lose their leaves. They change colors and then lose their leaves. But all those ponderosa pines when we go out in the mountains, what we have on our lands, like the western pines, pinyon pines, juniper pines, and all those guys, they all stay green. So it's a little different. We don't get to see all of the variety of colors that you guys do.
You can go up through Missouri, up towards Branson and all that in the fall, and it's just beautiful.
I'll bet.
It
How
is. It's
fun.
gorgeous.
My husband and I are going to hit the road this next year in the spring and start to go check out some other places and some properties. And we're just going to keep praying. I just don't know where we're going to end up being, but I would sure love to have a better idea of that. It's not a very comfortable feeling like you're
Unsettled.
not going to be staying where you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when y'all pop through, give us a holler, and maybe
We'll
y'all
have
be
to
close
do
enough
that.
we can meet up.
Yeah, or maybe we could time it when there is a big meetup going on too.
Yes,
Yes.
that would be awesome.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We're wanting to do a meetup around Texas or Oklahoma.
How much is it?
About 60.
Oh gosh, my husband did say you could find for an acre like 60,000. 40 to, he's correcting me, 40 to 60,000, but you might not have any trees. You might really be out. Like we have, like there's some desert areas even between us and the Grand Canyon where it starts to get really dry, and you might not even have hardly any juniper on your lot. It's if you want a nice lot though, you're gonna, have to pay for it. But
Be dearly. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Evelyn said, "Stop and see us on your way through."
Oh, Evelyn, I will. I need to look at my phone. Hi, everybody in the chat.
That would be something to look forward to. But there are several within 4 to 5 hours. Oh man, I hate to start naming Mama V, MT Homestead,
I
Shannon,
probably follow a lot of them too.
Tons,
Mhm.
Tina Lake Bug.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a small portion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sherry and I are only like a couple of hours from each other.
Yeah.
that's
We're
awesome.
not too far either.
Yeah.
Joy. So
My husband and I feel like we just feel really connected with everybody from the Midwest because, well, I'm from Oklahoma and his family's from Texas, and so we really grew up with a
it's
lot
kind
of
of your roots. So.
yes, and it feels that way. It feels that way. It's so nice to watch other people's channels and
Right.
you know what I mean, and feel like these are our people. Like
Feel
these are
connected.
yeah, these people, these are our people. Like they feel like we do about we're on the same page. It's
Right.
really a good feeling.
What part of Texas is his family from, or around the area?
I remember hearing, hang on, there's a slight delay on his phone, so he's going to hear that question and hopefully come out here and tell me. I think, is there a Brownsville?
Yes, there is a Brownsville, but I'm not sure.
Pretty sure I've heard that, and I have no idea where in Texas that is.
I'm not even sure. I've heard of it, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to visit friends in Oklahoma, I go through Muskogee.
Mm-hmm.
Muskogee and McAllister, and
Yeah. Chieftain?
I don't know.
It's a really small one. My grandpa had a slaughterhouse there.
Really?
Still have family in Chieftain. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to see if I go through there.
Mm-hmm.
I usually hit the Indian Nation Turnpike and
Mm-hmm.
truck on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I go up around Locust Grove and
Mm-hmm.
Tulsa, up in that area. Once in a blue moon, not very often.
Mm-hmm.
In a long time. But
Yeah, it's so nice. We really like it. I hope that that's what's in our plans. It feels like it's going to be for me, but I can't leave my grandbabies and kids. So,
well,
and I don't know. Like, do you suppose God wants me to go there first? I'm just, I'm just trying to follow instructions.
I can tell you are really wanting out of Arizona.
It would be so nice. And I work from home. So
Well, there you go.
we could live anywhere. You know what I mean? Like we do have that freedom. As long as I get internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia says she has a cousin in Brownsville.
I'm not sure where Brownsville is. I know I've heard of it, but I'm not
Brownsville,
sure.
Texas is northeast.
That's Brownsville.
Oh, Brownsville.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're 2 hours northeast of Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
so we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's the best place to be.
Yes, yes. We're not close to the big city, which is what I like.
Uh-huh.
We're in the country.
I wrote a song once called Nowhere Fast, which I can't play because it's really a bluegrass song and you really have to have a banjo. And my brother plays the banjo and he's in Kentucky. If we can ever get together, I will be playing that song for you guys to hear. But that's exactly what it's about.
I love listening
Going
to the
nowhere is the
banjo.
best place to be.
Yes, yes. I love listening to the banjo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Yes.
awesome.
I love the banjo. Hello, Tim.
Mm-hmm. He's
Yeah.
really good. He
Ellen
went there to go
says-
to a bluegrass college.
Ellen said Brownsville is down by Corpus Christi.
Oh, I should know where that is then, because my husband worked in Corpus for 2 years, but I don't remember going through there. So
Well, we have enjoyed you coming on today.
yes,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Y'all
so
make
nice to
sure
talk to
you
you.
check out Mountain Grandma's channel.
Y'all will love it. Please check her out.
Yes, they have awesome content, awesome music,
Yes.
and
Oops. Sorry, guys. That was my daughter.
the next one will be the 21st, and it'll be hosted over at Journey Along with Shannon's
Bye, me.
channel. Jaws is going to be hosting it.
So we just go back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Take a
back
turn.
and forth.
And we're
But-
doing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're doing a cheesecake collaboration. If you want to join in on a Christmas cheesecake.
All
I
these
will
call
try
outs are killing me.
What's that?
I said all these call out things are killing me.
I know, me too. I can't keep up. I love doing them, but I've been so busy lately. I haven't been able to
Your
keep up.
video is next. So
I-
I've got the
Christmas
gift-
gifting.
the Christmas gifting. It's coming out.
Awesome. I know. I've still got to do the cookie one. There's a comfort food one out there. And I'm having a hard time remembering who's doing what. And then there's the cheesecake one. So y'all, I have only made instant cheesecake before, you know, the kind that you can. So I should, and I have a cheesecake pan from my mother-in-law. I need to try to use the darn thing.
I usually don't make a baked cheesecake.
Mhm.
I usually just make
Yeah, the quickie
Yeah.
cheesecake. Yeah.
Hello, finding happiness in all you do. But I'm gonna make a baked one this time. I'm gonna do a ginger.
You
bake.
too? Okay, it's going to be a first for me too. I hope it ends up solid.
I've had the.
I usually buy mine.
It's been stored under my cabinet forever. I've never used it.
Hmm.
So we come up with this. So I guess I'm gonna put it
I'll do it too,
to
guys.
work. So I'm gonna
Well,
do
if we all mess up, at least we won't be alone.
Yeah. Well, you learn from your failures too, right? Like
Exactly.
for me, it's part of the learning process.
Then Lisa called me out on one. I think I'll tag both of y'all.
If it's the one from today, don't
Okay.
you tag me, girl.
I'm after you.
Don't be tagging me for singing. I don't want to sing.
Oh, I'm excited about that singing one, you guys. My husband and I, we've been having so much fun playing music together. I don't know, maybe I enjoy it more than he does.
Yeah.
I'm like,
She froze on us. The
I think
snowstorm has done got her internet.
Yeah, I think she froze on us.
But I think, are going to be giving away a little bit of merch for Christmas. We'll have more on that, I think, on Shannon's. So it's a little Chatterbox Gals, something or other, whatever.
Little
we
giveaway.
come up
We'll come up with something.
can you hear me?
But, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can
We
hear
just
you.
can't
Yeah.
see
Oh,
you.
good. I turned my camera off because I was thinking it's my internet, and maybe if I shut my camera off, it'll help things.
We can hear you clearly, though.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But we are going to come up with something to give away for Christmas next week. And I think that's about all we know about next week.
That's about all right now. Hopefully I can, have a special guest come on, but we'll see.
Yeah. And if we don't see you guys anywhere in the chats or wherever in the comments between now and Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
I've done a horrible job of keeping up on these chats while we've been talking because I just been too busy talking.
Hey, actually, I don't know about Shannon, but I run my phone even at the same time looking at the chat on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
hard to keep up with it sometimes.
It is.
Just do it the best you can.
Yeah.
But
so I see some highs. Hi, Tim, Tiny Tim Posey.
But we do appreciate you coming on. We've enjoyed it. And
Yes,
we're going to wrap up today with a Hot Cocoa Floats video from
Adventures on the Homestead.
Adventures
When
on the
advertising on YouTube,
Homestead.
I know that making a
They've done
video
an
with a
Sounds good.
is the key to getting them.
They've done an awesome job on this video.
Mm-hmm. I want to make videos like that. Don't you guys?
Yes.
It's a gift.
It makes me want some hot chocolate. The effect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If I did that in my kitchen, I would still be mopping up cocoa powder.
Look at how pretty that sugar is.
And the camera they're using is awesome, whatever it is.
It's outstanding.
I love this idea too. The chocolate on the rim.
And we will make sure and post all the links to the different channels we've shown in the description. So y'all can check out everybody's channel. Grandma's channel will be posted down there.
That's a good idea.
Anyway,
That makes me want hot chocolate
that
now.
was amazing.
Float. Hot chocolate float.
Hot chocolate float, yes. I want one now.
Shorts videos I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
They're really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks
Yeah,
again
Thank
for
you all
coming.
for having me.
Y'all have a great day.
The Chatterbox Gals will see you next week.
Yes.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, y'all. See y'all
See y'all
later.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.